Blake Boss here, folks. Today we're going to be doing Ask a Fool. This is where I answer your great investing questions you posted to us on the internet. Today we're going to be looking at a question from author. He wants to know, what are your thoughts on 3D Systems patent expiry and the potential impact on the company? Also wants to know, this will effectively open the doors of competition to new players, right? Well, author, that's a really complex question, so this explanation is going to be a bit long, but we're going to start with the patent. So you're referring to patent number 4575330, which you can see here in these diagrams that are associated with that patent. You can also reach it at the link above in the article if you're really interested in diving in. I've also included a link to a great study on the history of laser sintering and stereolithography that is very informative, but I'll really break it down to you. I'll give you the skinny here. So basically, Chuck Hull of 3D Systems filed patents related to stereolithography in 1984, and those patents are the ones that are getting ready to expire. Keep in mind, when you say stereolithography, back then it was a really broad patent, and it pertains to selective laser sintering today and stereolithography. I won't get into the exact nitty-gritty details of what that patent covers, but in short, in 1997, EOS, a German company, acquired exclusive rights to 3D Systems' patent portfolio for laser sintering. So that left 3D Systems with a lot of the patents for SLA technology that uses laser for UV curvables for printing plastic. Then in 2004, EOS again acquired additional license to rights for all relevant laser sintering patents from 3D Systems' DTM patent portfolio and University of Texas patent portfolio. So basically, EOS pretty much controls all the patents from 1994 and has a vast majority filed thereafter for selective laser sintering, but 3D Systems still has a big interest in those stereolithography patents for plastic that uses that laser on the UV curable resin. But what about the future, you say? Well, the future, as it goes, the effects of these patents need to be broken down into those two segments, the stereolithography and laser sintering. For stereolithography, that SLA tech, the effects will probably be more pronounced because those printers' technology doesn't have as high of a barrier to entry, a technical barrier, as the laser sintering printers. We've already seen several firms like Form Labs, pictured here, Pegasus, Al Nano, and DWS Labs, pictured here, use SLS tech for low price point desktop 3D printers, really attacking that segment when these patents do expire. 3D Systems has a real wax line of printers you can find on their website that are much more expensive and sophisticated than these desktop models, but you could see competition from larger forms in 3D Systems' bread and butter industrial market with that SLA technology. Keep in mind, this tech is very mature and doesn't have the potential of selective laser sintering. So moving on to selective laser sintering, in my opinion, the media has really overhyped what we can expect to see from this technology when patents expire. While the expiration of FDM patents, that's fused disposition modeling, caused prices to fall dramatically and has led to a plethora of home printers. You see them from MakerBot, 3D Systems Cube printer, the Robox. I wouldn't expect the same for the laser sintering technologies. Prices should fall on the industrial size machine, but these machines are much more hazardous to use than the FDM machines and have to be operated in controlled environments. So basically, you won't be purchasing a hazardous at-home SLS printer at home anytime soon. They're very tricky to use. It's a lot different than the printer you see here pictured from the Cube. The takeaway though, folks, the expiration of SLS patents shouldn't hurt 3D Systems as most are licensed to EOS. Quoting their 10K, the amount of royalties was not material to our results of operations or consolidated financial positions for the 3-year period ended December 31st, 2012. So basically, the company doesn't make a ton of money off of any licenses they have for patents that they had in the past. On the other hand, the patents expiring around that SLS technology could hurt them, but it's hard to say by how much because those real RAX printers, we don't know how many of those they sell. They don't break them out in their income statements or in their financials. So it likely won't be a big impact from what I can tell. You want to keep an eye on margins going forward at the company. Any new competition from these patents expiring will drive those down. That would be a bad sign for 3D Systems and its stock. That's all I have for you today, folks, on 3D printing. Thanks for watching, and Fool on.